What's up everybody? In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you how to make a Marvel style intro just like this. Before we get started in today's tutorial, you're going to need to download a few apps. The first app you're going to need is obviously LumaFusion. It's the video editing app that I use to make this intro. The second app that you're going to need is Fonto, which is a text editing app. The third app that you're going to need is Clip-to-Comic, and that's what I use to change all of my thumbnail photos into a comic style, cartoon style photo. After you download those apps, there are also going to be two fonts that you're going to need if you want to use the same fonts that I'm using in this intro. I'll leave links to both of those as well as the other apps that I use to create this intro all down in the description. So go check those out, download them if you don't have them, import the fonts into LumaFusion, and then let's get started. Okay, we're in LumaFusion here, and I've already created a new project. The frame rate is 60 frames per second. The aspect ratio is 2:1. You can name the project whatever you want. And one thing that's going to make this a whole lot quicker and easier is if you go ahead and select all of the photos that you're going to use in this slideshow, put them all in an album, and either convert them with a Clip-to-Comic if you're going to do that, and then order them in the order that you want them to appear in the slideshow. In this case, I used 28 photos, and I used all of the thumbnails from my previous YouTube videos. You want it to be, related to your channel, so that's what I chose to do. Before you get started, you want to go to Settings, change the photo import length to 0.10. Then we can drag all of our photos to the timeline. Photos onto the timeline. We want to export this as a movie to our photo album. Drag the video onto the timeline. Then we can take all of these photos out. Okay, now we're going to open up the settings. Then we want to go to frame and fit. Create a keyframe at the beginning, and then another keyframe at the end, and then increase the size to about, we'll go with 130. We want to go to color and effects. Add a red layer on top of it. Then you want to hit the plus button and create an overlay title. We want to delete this text layer. Hit the plus button and add a shape. Change the color to red. Bring the opacity down 60%. Scale it up to 400%. Now we need to hop over to Fonto. And this is where we're going to create our logo. You just want to hit plain image. Make a custom size. We'll go 4000 by 2000. Change the color to black, since we're going to be using white text, and we're going to want to do a chroma key to chroma out the dark background. Tap anywhere to add some text. The font that I'm using here is Bebas. Go to Style, Spacing. Now on this spacing, you want to bring it down to just where some of the letters start touching, and then some of the letters have a little bit of space in between them. And then that'll be good. Want to hit Move this to the center. Let's bring the size up a little bit. Hit the three bars in the bottom left, click Add Item. Then we want to add a rectangle box around this. Export it as a PNG. Then we want to hop back over into LumaFusion. Drag this onto the timeline around 1 second. Open up the settings. We want to go to Chroma Key and choose Dark Luma Key. Then we want to go to Frame and Fit. Now you want to create a keyframe at the beginning and a keyframe at the end. And at the beginning, we want it to be a little bit bigger. That might be too much of a zoom, so we'll bring this up a little bit. Then you want to go to blending, add a keyframe towards the end, and then we just want to fade it out. We also want to add a transition at the beginning of this. So hit the plus button, transition. Let's make it about 0.30. Open up, and let's use cross zoom, and that'll make it kind of slam down on the photos. Now towards the end of the photos, I want to hit the plus button, create another overlay title, open up the settings. And you want this text here to be relating to your channel. In my case, travel, vlog, reviews, and tutorials. Bring the size down here. The font that you're going to be using for this is Rajani, or that's the font that I'm using here. Go to frame and fit, move it over just a hair, create a keyframe, and another keyframe at the end, and we're going to bring the size down to match. Bring it up on the y-axis so it doesn't look like it's like moving away from it. Okay, so it's moving closer, so we need to bring it down. Let's see when this blending, go to here so we can get it at the same position. Open up settings, frame and fit, blending, create a keyframe, and a keyframe at the end, change the opacity down to 0, so we'll both fade out at the same time. We actually need to change the speed of this, it's a little bit slow. Now for this top text, we want it to fade in, so we're going to create a transition here. Just leave it at a cross dissolve. And what I did for the audio and the background of this, I just YouTubed Marvel intro and downloaded the actual Marvel intro and used that page flip sound in the background. That's pretty much it. Fairly simple little intro. Pretty cool if you ask me. If you guys have any questions or comments, or if you just want to say hello and where you're from, drop me a comment down below and I'll be responding to your comments in the next video. Also, if you like this video, be sure to hit that like button. That helps me out a lot. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing if you want to see future videos like this. That's all for today. The Dad Life. Out. Peace.